You had to talk about it first before you could let it go fully and completely. You had to talk about it first to let it all go. You know, the things that you've been through, the situations that you've experienced, before you could fully let it go and release it and not talk about it as much or even stop talking about it entirely, you first had to talk about it. You know, people were sort of giving you a hard time because you would talk about the things that you had been through. You would talk about your traumatic experiences. And people were a bit insensitive to you when it came to the things that you had been through. They didn't really empathize with you with the pain that you had endured. And because they were not empathizing with you and they were not seeing how much pain you were in, they were unable to understand or understand why you needed to talk about it so much to begin with. Confirmation. People did not understand your pain. People did not understand the emotions that came from the things that you had experienced and endured. And because people did not understand how you felt, they could not understand your actions and your attitude towards what you had been through. Also, people did not understand that you talking about the things that you have experienced, the trauma that you've been through, and the situations where people have just been downright mean, nasty, and cruel to you. People did not understand that you actually talking about it is the very thing that was helping you to let it go and to release it. I mean, think of it this way. How are you going to fully let something go if you don't allow yourself to express how you feel about what happened to you? There is nothing wrong with needing to talk about the things that you had experienced. There is nothing wrong with needing to vent about what has happened to you, because venting is a form of release. Venting is therapeutic. And in you venting, that was you letting it go. You know, a lot of people will think that you letting something go means you don't talk about it at all. You just sweep it under the rug and not address it, not deal with it. But the people that think that you're supposed to just sweep things under the rug, brush things under the rug, those are the people that have not fully let go of what they have experienced. And those are the main ones that would tell you, you need to just let it go. You need to just release it. You need to stop talking about it. Well, listen, you and I are different. You and them were different. They thought that letting something go means sweeping it under the rug and pretending that it didn't exist, when that's not exactly how you're supposed to handle your pain and deal with your emotions. And the main people that were judging you for how you dealt with your pain and how you expressed your hurt, even if it came through anger, were the very people that were not even offering you even a lick of compassion. They were not offering you an ounce of empathy. I'm here to tell you that you having to talk about what you've experienced, how it made you feel, how it affected you, and how it was affecting you in the present moment, that was a form of release. That was you letting it go. There's nothing wrong with talking about things to let it go. Because you'll see that after you had a chance to talk about the things that you've been through, you realize it was easier for you to let the things go after you talked about it. You realize that the best form of therapy you ever really got was talking about what you had experienced. So anybody that judged you for needing to talk about the things that you've been through, as many times as you had to talk about it, as often as you had to talk about it, or however much emotion you released while you were talking about it, that was the greatest form of therapy that you had from those situations. However you felt the need to handle it was your business, and that was what you decided to do on how you chose to express yourself. Some people may have chosen to just talk about it in therapy. Others may have decided to talk about it with other people while they were in therapy. Others talked about it in therapy, talked about it with others, and they talked about it publicly on a platform, on social media, and shared their experiences. Others even took it a step further, where not only did they talk about it publicly, but they named the people that did the things to them. They called people out by name, by picture, because they needed to make what they had experienced very real for them. And a part of them releasing that anger and that emotion and that pain was to call those people out for what they did. You see, people don't get to choose how we speak our truth if they were the ones that hurt us in the first place. The people that tried to police how you handled your trauma were the ones that inflicted the trauma to begin with. It's always tends to be the people that inflict trauma on you that want to police how you handle your trauma, how you deal with that trauma, how you express your pain, how you speak on your pain, how you release your pain. And they want to police exactly how you heal from your pain and from your trauma. Your traumas are yours to heal and to release and to deal with. And not everyone has to understand exactly why you did what you did in the way that you expressed yourself. As long as you have not harmed the innocent, you are fine. But if you get to a point where you felt the need to match someone's energy that caused you pain and harm, you're not in the wrong. You're letting those people know that you will not ever tolerate their disrespect ever again. And you're letting those people know that they did not get away with how they treated you, and you're not going to sweep what they did under the rug. You're not going to brush aside your traumas and your pain just to make the person that inflicted the pain on you more comfortable. If you speaking about your pain and your trauma makes the people that cause you the trauma uncomfortable, so be it. Let them be uncomfortable. Because they were so comfortable inflicting the pain on you that they better be comfortable dealing with the aftermath of hurting someone else. You see, people can dish it out, but they cannot take it. And you were not wrong for standing up for yourself because you knew that you were disrespected. A wise woman once said, sometimes the only way a person will respect you is if you get disrespectful with them. And if you had to get disrespectful with the people that showed you little to no type of respect whatsoever, you are not in the wrong. You are matching their energy and treating them the way that they want to be treated. When we think of the golden rule, treat people the way that you want to be treated, that goes both ways. If someone just goes out of their way to disrespect you, they are basically saying that they want people to go out of their way to disrespect them. If a person is disrespecting you and causing you abuse and abusing you, then they are basically saying that they want to be abused. They want to be disrespected. And if they don't, then they need to switch up their behaviors and switch up their actions and change their attitude towards people and change how they treat people. The only way that we're going to get the suffering in this world to end is to make the people that cause the suffering to suffer. They have to suffer more than the suffering that they cause other people, because that's the only way that they are going to learn that they cannot cause other people to suffer. We're not going to cause any suffering to the innocent. We're not going to harm the innocent. But those that are abusive, they deserve to be abused in return, because that is the only way that they will learn. And you needing to talk about your experiences and express your emotion and your anger and your hurt and your pain in any way, shape, or form that you needed to towards the people that have harmed you and hurt you and traumatized you and abused you, that was necessary for you to release it and to let it go. And now that you have released it and let it go, I hope that you find it in your heart to forgive those people that have harmed you.